think of Slime?
I like him.
And what do you think of Nick?
I like him.
So it's just Aiden you hate.
Fuck Aiden! It's okay.
Welcome to the yard, everybody.
I missed mine. I actually had nothing substantial to add there. I was just going to say that I agreed with you.
Well, we did have to take footage of Aimen when his shitting butthole, and that. So explain how that went.
What?
God can still refuse.
God
Yeah,
can
sometimes
refuse,
he's
and he
busy.
will, and he will, all the time.
Why are you making such
Topic
distinct
guy.
eye contact
Hey,
with me?
I have a.
Hey, tell me about the Olympics. Come on.
No. I actually have a. So I
I've never told you this, but there was a time in my life where I thought I had the potential to maybe ruin your life, and I didn't know what to do. And this is what happened. So you obviously remember this because it was a Claremont weekly Smash tournament, where on the way there you got in a car accident.
Yeah, I got rear-ended in the first dealership car I've ever got.
But it was going 60 or something, right?
Yeah, it was a used Toyota, and I got fucking rear-ended, and I got whiplash, and I was totally not at fault, but I didn't have gap insurance. It sucked. What'd you get me?
actually Googled high quality toupee for men because I thought it'd be funny to have you wear it the whole pod.
That's cool. You know how I've been into fake guns recently? I got you a real one to put in your fucking mouth.
Dude, hell yeah. That's
You know, it's actually so funny you say that, Ludwig, because I have something for you guys. Because I thought of this, because we didn't really do Christmas. We gone and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got you guys. Not only did I get you guys something,
It fits in a pocket.
It's gonna be middle finger.
I made you guys something. No, I didn't.
You made a
They're bracelets.
This is so cute.
Are these friendship bracelets?
He's like the Koopa kid in Mario Strikers. You know?
I lost him too.
I don't get
I
that
lost
one.
him
I don't
too.
get
This
that
is
one.
a role reversal. He's the dipshit.
Message at Falco on Twitter.
Who we looking at?
There's a trend on TikTok, I thought this would be funny, where they read Reddit threads of Am I the Asshole?
Oh, yeah.
So when there was a lull, I just had copied this one, if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole? Hey, this happened a couple weeks ago, but it caused a huge fight, and I'm still on bad terms with my roommate. For context, I was let go from my job due to COVID. I live with a roommate who has a job that allows him to work from home. We live in a small house, so our desks are in the same work area. Due to my recent job loss, I've been spending a lot of time with him. It's been pretty good. We're similar and get along great. We share a fridge in the work area that's usually stocked with energy drinks. I like LaCroix. One evening.
Oh my god. What?
What is this? Why does he keep talking about your butthole?
I'm just estimating what the merch video is.
Oh, you're just
You
using
thought that
baseless conjecture.
You thought that I'm shitting myself in the merch video.
I took a can of iced tea that looked really good and drank it without thinking much of it. We've had tea in there before, admittedly a different flavor though. My roommate saw I drank the tea and was furious.
Oh my god.
He said that his special tea he got to enjoy and that I should have known it wasn't mine. Okay, be honest.
Oh, wait. So is this best friends?
Dude, this is
I
Yeah, this is
literally made
great.
these. I sat and it took me
And
hours.
dude, you know what I like? You know what I specifically like is that it connects all of us.
Yeah, we all share this.
Isn't that cute?
Hey.
Zipper, yeah, get this.
We got 1, 2, 3 friends. 1, 2, 3 friends.
Let me get there.
Okay.
Let me get there.
Right.
This is a different
Get me
story
there.
first.
Get him
this
there,
is a
Ludwig.
different anecdote. Anthony is calling me from his bedroom. Me and Nick are in my room or near my room. Anthony's room is at the opposite end of the hall from mine.
Uh-huh.
So proud of
And
me.
he's yelling. He's yelling Aimen from his room. I can barely hear it. And because I'm
God, I
inside
forgot
and
about
Nick is in
this.
the hall. So Nick hears him yelling. He's like, he needs you for something. Because he's just like, Aimen, come here. Come look at this.
No, he tells
Look at
me.
this.
He goes, Nick. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, can you get Aiden?
My door's closed and I'm in my room.
So the information he holds, he has the opportunity to tell me, but he wants to tell Aiden.
Get Aiden.
So he says, go get Aiden.
All right, next Quebin.
Next, Quebin.
Quebin Costner.
What? What is one thing?
Crazy you said
That's
it
the
that
first
way.
time he heard it.
I said I'd get him a new one, but he said I should apologize. I didn't think I did anything wrong, so I didn't apologize and we had a fight. Am I the asshole? Now, if you guys don't get it, this is actually what happened a few days ago between Aiden and Slime Aiden was the narrator's voice, and Slime was the one who got upset at him for the tea.
I was so fucking mad at Aiden.
Yo,
Like,
dude,
I had to chill out.
I took a video while this was happening.
You thought it'd be funny.
I thought it'd be funny, and then it was real quick one of those things where you go and you put the phone down.
So
That's sick. That's sick.
So you
That's sick.
don't. Hey, stop.
That's
Stop
sick.
what you're doing.
Oh man,
You're being weird.
Can I look at it?
What's up?
No. Look at what?
hey,
What
I'm
are you
gonna put
doing?
mine- Mine's in my
This-
sleeve.
Look at it, bro.
So at the time, I'm still in the zone where I'm pretty sure Anthony doesn't like me, and but I consider us like friends / acquaintances. Like we will talk if he is there.
You're smashers.
And he comes over to like my house all the time for the weekly tournament that we throw at our place. And so Anthony, I think he messages us or I somehow find out that he's been in a car accident.
Yeah.
Like, I assure that he's okay.
I think I told Video Waffles. I was like,
I think he told V Money or Viddy. I can't remember
Yeah.
who. But either way, you still show up to the local and enter.
yeah.
And
That's
You're
grind
Miles
set.
Teller in Whiplash.
Dude. That's grind set.
getting destroyed at the intersection and still rolling up bloody to the local.
If you ever think that I wasn't fucking about it, just this is true.
I was getting looks.
Yeah, you
Any
were.
of you
from the
ladies want
police.
this Coca-Cola I got already open? So funny because me and Anthony go get food and he's like gets a special tea out of the fridge and he also asked me to get coffee. So I'm like, you're getting coffee and tea? He's like, no, this is for later.
I'm so hyped.
and I was like,
so hyped.
I'm like, oh, dude, he's reserving a little treat for himself. Oh man, I was even thinking maybe I should get one. And so
Look crazy.
later on, he accidentally leaves the drink in my car, and I'm like, oh hey, you forgot your tea, and he's like, oh thanks.
My special tea.
And then he gets the tea and he puts it in the fridge, goes about his day. I come in later and I look over at Aiden, and Aiden has the tea in his hand. I look back at the fridge, and the fridge is empty. And I look over, and I'm like, something's about to
Everything's
happen.
like I read it out. The question for the viewers at home is Aiden the asshole for not apologizing?
So I'm like, oh, it sounds urgent. So I go, hey, Slime needs you right now.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, my poor friend, my
Right.
poor dear
He's in
friend,
need. He's in
who,
need.
who has just recently lost his father, needs me.
Yeah, I'm a turtle on my back right now, and I need Aimen only.
He needs me to console him, to talk about something
That's what you're
serious,
thinking.
business related. I open the door. Anthony is face down in a pillow, ass up, cheeks spread, full. I get the full on
Dude,
porn angle.
he
I
face
can
down?
see,
Dude, he
I
looks
can
like-
see his sack, his shaft.
Oh.
He
and
looks
his
like the
spread
thing that
ass.
returns the bowling balls.
Why are you seeing it?
He wanted to see what was going on.
Oh, he was just like curious
He's
little
just
bro.
You know what I hate about women?
Dude, tell me what you hate about women now.
They always be like you're too messy. And then you look at their bathrooms. She looks like Hiroshima.
Bathroom!
At this local, it was at the campus, but you had to be let in because the doors lock from the outside. So I went down to let Anthony into the building, and I went down and I was just like, "Dude, are you okay?" And you were like very shook up, but you were like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I was like, "This guy seems like he was just in a car accident." Like, you can kind of tell from your emotions that like you were shaken up despite like saying you were fine.
The
By the-
adrenaline of a car accident is nuts.
I was so I don't think there are 2 times I've been that angry in my life. That happened, and then when you slapped me on the back when we played Mario Party.
That's crazy.
And I
that
wanted
those
to
are
fight
equivalent.
you. Yeah.
I guess that's how strong I am. I am equivalent to you getting in a car.
You're
wreck.
like getting rear-ended by a
God.
car.
I had thought to myself that I had made your life remarkably worse. Because like when I had met you, you had that like full-time job. You're like,
Yeah, I
got,
wore a
like,
tie to work.
You had like a good amount in savings. Like
Yeah.
you had your shit together. And then I think it was me. Like I kind of inspired you to gamble a bit because I was really into gambling.
Yeah.
And then you went down a fucking hole.
Yeah.
And you lost a lot gambling.
Yeah.
You lost so much
You
that
gave him an arc though.
yeah, well, it got better, but there was a bottom, and I remember he lost so much gambling. He's like, "Yeah, I got like 1,000 maybe." And I remember
Like
we
left.
sat at
Yeah.
the casino in Vegas, and you're like, "Don't tell anyone this," but I'm gonna leak it now. You're like, "Don't tell anyone this." But over the past year, I've lost like 15K gambling.
It was 20K.
20K?
Yeah, you don't remember.
Yeah, you're like,
I remember that. We were in like the
was
the
the Paris.
New York.
Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
20K at the time.
It was
That's your
literally
whole
his
shit.
whole savings, and
That's your whole shit.
And I that thought for like the next month, I was like, man, I ruined this guy's life.
Oh, really? You thought that?
If
you
I
felt some sort of remorse at all about anything?
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this to you before, but I felt terrible, and I was like, and that's what inspired me to become successful on YouTube.
To bail him out.
Dude,
No,
I've
The only payback is you just saying that me doing bad melee inspired you to become Ludwig Anders.
yeah.
Which, say it again.
I've never.
Me and Ludwig
My
are on the
slaps,
same
bro?
team in Mario Party. He slaps my back. We're like down 5 stars on turn 5, and he slaps my back, and I'm so mad we're losing.
Slaps in an encouraging way.
Yeah,
because
we're
won
shirtless
a game.
too. We're skins.
And I guess my slap goes 0 to 60.
It hurt so bad, and I was like, "Don't you fucking ever hit me like that ever!" And I was like ready to go outside,
Yeah.
and you were like, I explained this a lot, but you were like, "Hey, relax, kiddo." Like,
You be pulling with this pod in a wheelchair, bro.
but I was ready to die.
I don't know what Aiden can see. I'm down the hall because I'm just like, that doesn't involve me.
Right.
And Aiden screams like a kid being chased by a fucking man, and I'm like, fight or flight turns on. I immediately turn. I'm like alert. Like, what if he's calling because he's bleeding out or something?
Yeah.
Right.
And so I'm like, what happened? Aiden just like fucking closes the door, and I remember.
Too far.
Yeah,
That's too
he goes,
far.
That's too far.
That was what I was the most angry about. Is I saw the empty can and I said, "You drank my tea, dude." If this was yesterday, I'd be so mad at him starting to laugh right now because I was genuinely just like, "You drank my tea, dude. That fucking sucks." Oh, and then instead of like saying, "Oh, bro, I'm sorry," he's just like, "Yeah, it was in there," like a fucking asshole. And I was so, oh my God. I was ready to die that day when you slapped me. I was like, I know he could break me in half. I don't care. I want a chance. And anyway, I get in that crash, by the way, and I get rear-ended, and I'm just like so fucking pissed off. And I was in the left lane, but not the HOV. And the car ahead of me, I got pushed forward, but it didn't hit the car ahead of me, which was cool because we were all stopped because of traffic. This guy just wasn't paying attention. Slams into me, and it shut down the entire 210. Like, if you're ever in an act like on the road and you're just like, wow, this fucking sucks, it's taken forever, I was the reason for that. Well, that guy was. And they like had to scoot my car off of the road with a cop car.
Your car got fucked up.
It was totaled. It was fucked up, but I went to the local. Gang shit.
Did you make this, be honest?
I dead ass.
No.
I dead ass 100%
I'm not
made
done.
it. Sorry.
Did you make it with a girl?
Yeah.
Okay. I know. I was like, there's no way he sat down like Thursday night. He's like, I'm going to get crafty.
Well, she had the materials, and I was like, let's
They
build.
always have the materials.
They
Yeah.
have materials all the time.
The
in
thing about
Bones.
them is they like live at Home Depot with the materials they just have on deck.
Every 20-something-year-old girl has like a kindergarten craft box in her closet for some reason.
I believe Anthony when he says he was more mad about the reaction.
I can
Because
believe that.
Anthony has done this to me before.
Oh yeah. He has the least street credit for being like, that's mine, because he's the biggest
Anthony's
thief.
old shit was, I'll go buy you another one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wanted that.
I'll
one.
never forget when he took your yerb. And then
You never take a
you were
yerb.
like, bro.
Yeah,
and
you
you
were
got mad at
mad.
him, and then he got it one, and it was the wrong flavor.
Yep.
Now we have a whole palette.
You can't just look.
Money
You can't
does
just
solve everything.
steal the green and come back with the blue.
It's true.
You don't do that to the homie.
But the thing is, I was never like, oh, Nick's being a fucking pussy right now.
I got
was
a new
like,
one.
oh, fuck.
I got him a new
And
one.
I
Aiden
apologize.
is a psychopath. So I'm like trying to figure out like, what has Anthony not done yet? Because he's saying it's too far. Like, what has he not done yet? And I told them the image that flashed into my head, the uncontrollable image that I thought maybe what was happening, is I thought Anthony was holding one of his poops
Right.
and showing Aiden, and like when the door opened,
like a goldfish.
that's yeah, like a dead goldfish. Look at it. Climb and I climb the stairs, go to where the local's being held, for me to find that I play him. I am the next match in bracket is me versus him. What Slime does not know is that I have just, before finding out that all this has happened, I have just made a bet with our friend Video Waffles that I can make top 3 at this tournament playing only Ness. And so I'm in a position where Slime has just gotten into a car wreck. He is shaken up. His mental's low. He's not going to be playing at peak. And I have committed to playing a low tier.
The bottom 3 character in the game.
Yeah,
which is-
for the layman, this character is garbage.
And at the time, there was lore of like my Ness versus Anthony because I pulled out Ness in a crew battle once and won that game
that's
versus
right.
him.
Yeah.
So there was like history of that character and him. and I had to make
Play
this.
Falco, bro.
I had to make.
Falco.
I had to make this decision. I was like, can I? Will I fucking completely
Don't
ruin?
tell me you did it. You didn't get to see the
I was
butthole.
very far away, and by the time I had ventured over to check out the action, he had resumed.
He
was
closed.
put away.
So were you like
away.
on your bed?
No, I was on my floor.
Why were you face down?
Because I had just gotten out of the shower.
Because
It's the same reason that. Well, okay. I wasn't face down before I had the idea.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm naked right now, and I'm in my room.
It's because if you go in that position, your asshole
you-
is more exposed.
Were you already
Sure.
face down when you called for me?
Let me explain what happened.
Honestly, something I think that's cool about like crypto popping off is we work like together sometimes in the ad space making commercials through my job. Sometimes Slime will write for us, sometimes Ludwig will act for us, Aiden at Shingles, and
I will say here's a couple, if you want to, again, record is now in session. A couple points in the plaintiff's argument is that this type of little canned tea has never been in there before, ever. There's also literally just
energy drinks.
like that's it. So it's very clear
Usually
that
have
this
other
is
drinks.
like
No, I read it. Energy
a
drinks.
Usually have
special
other
item.
drinks.
There's very literally energy drinks only. It's very clearly a special item in that fridge. Also, it had just shown up. There were so many factors for Aiden to look at the fridge every day and be like, "Huh, there's a special thing in there."
You know what's
That's
funny?
mine now.
He says that.
Fuck yeah, I'm a
Is
piece
that-
of shit.
That is almost exactly what happened. The three of us were in the room, and I looked at the fridge, and I pointed, and I said, "Oh, there's a green tea in there." and no one said anything.
You're acting like I was involved in this. I was watching a
You were in the-
fucking
you were in the
video.
room.
I was watching a video that said 108 different bizarre media types.
also to
was
be
watching
fair, am I supposed to? Here, go ahead. Say it again. Go ahead.
There's a green tea in there.
Oh, that green tea? Yeah, that's my buddy Anthony's green tea. He's gonna drink it later. what am I supposed to
saying,
do? And I played Ness.
That's right.
You're a psychopath.
That's right.
Nick is actually. I hope you guys never have to
I
experience
played-
playing
Dude,
Melee against Nick.
yeah.
Nick is the biggest piece of shit on the Melee 6 because he has this like weird pride with his Ness and will like.
No one
force
wants to
you
play your
sit
Ness.
you-
No one ever wants to sit down and be like, yeah, Ness, that's who I want to play against
He'll
now.
sit you down and be like, you have to play it, and then like if you win, he'll be like, whatever, it's a Ness. And if he wins, he's like, oh my god,
I call it.
oh my god.
I call it the Ringler effect.
It's low tier option select. It's old as
Yeah.
time. I hear Aiden and you talking outside my room, which doesn't happen a lot because it's like a hallway. It's like you don't hang out in there. And I'm like, oh, the guys are there. And I hear mostly Aiden. So I'm like, oh, this makes sense. I'm going to, and then I like, what do I do? And
This
in,
makes sense.
In that time,
Yeah.
Aiden walked away. And then I had you get him.
I see.
But in that time, I figured out what I wanted to do. And so I got down.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
the Sphinx.
You're getting like so sexy with it.
And
Yeah.
I
It's so
arched
sexual when
my
you do it.
back and I spread my asshole with
It was-
my two
Put
hands.
a pillow
was so
underneath your
graphic.
elbows.
He did. He
he?
used his hands to spread it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, good job.
And I learned it from you, Dad.
I know.
That's
you
what
did.
he said at the end of it.
Good
He's
job.
like, Ludwig just used to do this.
Yeah. I
I'm
did.
like, I miss that era. Okay,
You did miss it.
I missed it too. That was him in
no.
college.
He missed it. You saw it.
Yeah.
He missed
I miss it too.
There's no response. It's in a fridge. It's
I
in a
fucking
fridge
hate
that
you,
is in
dude.
Look,
is
look,
the
look,
community.
fucking hate you, bro.
The
We are too
community
attached to the
drink
case.
space.
We are too attached to the case
You're
to be
right.
jurors. You are defended to plaintiffs.
Don't we all take drinks from that fridge?
You do not have to appeal to us. It's the chat. I've read out the "Am I the asshole" thread. You guys can decide.
It's a fake thread. You didn't even.
I know. Is that
Dude, I remember.
I-
Wait, real quick. The Vegas stream. Remember
Shut
the
up.
Vegas stream a long time ago when you were IRL streaming
Yeah.
at the backpack?
Right.
We're walking around. It's like a couple hundred viewers in the chat. Icarus is in there. I never forgot this. You're walking around. You got the black shirt with a little bear on it. I like that.
Wait,
shirt.
we're in Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're walking
3 years
around.
ago.
It's a long time ago.
I remember this.
Icarus
Maybe 4.
in chat says, God, Nick is just so effortlessly cool. And I was like,
Hey, Icarus,
you will-
shout out.
You'll never be anything.
You know,
Icarus
hey, you know-
or to Nick?
I thought that.
well, Icarus has a PhD.
No, he doesn't.
I thought I could get away with that.
gamble.
I thought I could get away with that.
Not a doubt in my mind. I call that every day. Wait, did you win? I forget.
I did.
You
yeah.
did?
Yeah. Well, you were
I
so.
thought I
you were,
won.
No, I won. No, you.
I went Falcon. I remember that.
I think the one that you won was at the Yes. where I played
Dude,
Ness.
yeah, that is true. Man, I should have just killed myself right there.
I was worried that might happen.
But
and-
you still did it. So you weren't worried.
Yeah, it doesn't
you
sound
didn't
like you're
care.
worried.
He was a little
What if I
worried.
went and did it,
I'm
bro?
sure he was worried.
It was the worst day of my life.
Man.
And my mom died once.
Suicide note says okay.
Well, that part's not my fault. But
Okay.
Imagine though.
I also didn't tell the part of why I didn't apologize, which I explained to him after I explained to you, which is I think in general, people or we.
What do you mean by people?
Do you mean us?
You mean Italians?
Is that what you
Look,
mean?
say
Just
you mean
say
Italian.
meatball eater, dude. I know you want to say it.
No, not
Spaghetti. sorry.
Our life has become this kind of weird balance of like, if we start saying something funny, we kind of look at each other like, save it.
Yeah, save it.
But this one, I think, is actually appropriate because I want to get inside the mind of you, Aimen Gaiman. He had a nightmare last night.
You little nightmare.
And I'd like you to tell the
What?
people about your nightmare, and we can all kind of talk about what the fuck this means.
Oh, buddy, it's okay.
Pulling up Sigmund Freud.
I had this bit at the old house where I'd go up to Aimen, and I'd be like, oh, you're a little fat boy, and I'd like run up to him like a goblin.
I hated this bit.
No, you don't know the
it
bit?
was.
No.
You never heard it?
So
No.
he would do this in the old house where he would do that like Gollum, and he would get down on like close to all fours
Yeah.
like Gollum and like chase me around the house.
That's insane.
And I'm not kidding. It evokes some like primal fear in me.
He really
Like,
hates it.
It's disturbing. We all like get initially mad about things. It's often in sort of this played up way that sort of comes across as if it could be a joke.
Like how I said I hate you from the start of this podcast and our friendship is over.
Yeah.
Even though that will
like
be the
when,
title
like
of
when
the
you
pod.
said "fuck Ludwig" on the phone and you were joking.
It's like when you said that.
I wasn't joking.
See,
Oh.
that's
But that was very
So you have
that
a
was
history-
very
you have a
clear in my
history.
tone.
Guys,
that was very clear
you
in
do
my
not
tone.
need to defend yourself. I read out the story. I'm
Very
going to
clear
object
in my
in third
tone.
party.
Right.
No,
The
but your
chat will
story
decide.
doesn't have the full context.
That's okay.
It's not fair.
That's how it works in life,
Here,
baby.
listen,
Oh my
I will
God.
say,
Context, schmontext.
I would never write the thread that way.
okay, no one asked. Okay.
Huh?
So they call friendship call.
I just
3,
wanna
2,
look.
1, call. Easy shit.
Man.
Love that.
times too.
God damn it, I don't like you.
You know, like people who are assholes and you go, oh, it's just slime.
No one says that.
Okay, yeah. No, sorry, yeah. A different example.
Have you
What do
ever said that?
What do you?
About me? Surely Nick has not said that. Aiden has a sort of point, even though he's a bit of a psychopath
Yeah.
in a lot of contexts. But I will say the way male
Terrible way to
bonding,
phrase that.
the way
In a
male
lot of
bonding
context.
typically works is that it's kind of tough to like talk about your feelings straight up. It's also tough for everyone in general, but male bonding, you'll often couch how you feel hurt or upset in jokes, and that you have to like find the kernel of truth in that. And I think that's what we've done a lot in our friend group, and to kind of acclimate that is a little tough, especially when you're someone like Aimen, who would literally just like, hey, that person said something really mean to you, and he'd be like, huh? What was mean about that?
Hey,
Moving more.
Heyman.
What was that?
I forgave him. I did a prayer.
No,
Oh,
you
you
got prayed on and owned at
Wait,
the
what'd
same
you forgive
time.
him
I
for?
forgave him for his sins that were told in the video, and now
Yeah.
he doesn't have to worry about the
my
comments.
made up sins.
Yeah,
You didn't reply twice, did you?
In that thread?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten around to it.
Hold on.
Because
Hold
somebody else needled me again.
no,
Hey,
okay.
Derek, comma, enter.
Okay.
Per my last
No, you're
story.
right.
I cannot explain like the setting entirely, but I'm kind of like in a mountainous sort of woods, and I'm like with other people, and there are groups of other people that I know in this woods, and I go to like meet up or like hang out with like a large group of them. The context is sort of lost on me as I forget more of the dream over the course of the day. But the important thing is that there's a gang of guys, and two of them are.
18 cowboys.
Do you guys remember two of the bad guys from Sky High?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that run around fast and have stretchy arms?
Trial and quickie.
It's those two guys, but without superpowers.
Okay.
And they're in the gang, and then the head of the gang is Miles Teller
From Whiplash.
from Whiplash.
Whiplash.
Right.
41 and a half says Aiden Calvin, dude, own your mistake. You don't invite people when you're invited yourself. It's not that hard to acknowledge you were wrong, but it sure stings your ego. 41 upvotes,
Oof.
41?
which is crazy. I don't need to. This is Aiden.
You replied to a 41
I don't
vote?
need to own anything for you. I have not only apologized and talked about this extensively and privately with my friends. they actually afflicted parties, but also the comment is just straight up wrong accusation of what I did. And I don't need to be lectured by people who don't know what happened about my mistake. I cannot explain how unfathomably angry it makes to see people come into a comment section that don't know me, Ludwig, or our friends that I fucked over lecture me about behavior when their only account of events of them misinterpreting Ludwig's intentionally exaggerated story for a YouTube video.
That was actually well written.
But you gotta contextualize, like when you get a special treat for yourself, like there's only one, and you're looking forward to it all day, and then you don't get it. That's a pretty shitty.
Let me line this up.
I've never felt that way in my entire life.
See, that's the thing.
problem.
You don't
We
feel
talk about
things,
this.
and some
I'm
other
on
people
him.
do.
I also don't.
Yeah, well, you don't feel anything.
Disagree.
So just earlier today, a moment ago, I'm hungry. Whoa. I need food right now. And I'm like, Ludwig, I'm hungry. And he goes, be right back. And take forever. And he come up with absolutely miserable burger.
Yes, it was fucking
Look at
terrible.
this.
It was fucking
He
terrible.
come in aluminium foil. Disgust.
Yeah, it was
I don't
actually
want
really.
that.
You
Now
brought
there's crumbs on the set,
there's
Ludwig.
meat everywhere. You made probably the worst shit I ever put
It
in
took
my own mouth.
so long. I was like, hurry. And he did
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
You don't want to know a dirty truth? I microwaved the burger.
Oh,
And it took so long. You know what it took longer than? 2 minutes. But unlike our sponsor today, Factor.
Explain.
I think if there was one more donut and you were like, oh, I got a donut upstairs, I'm so excited, and you went up and someone you're like, you ate it, you would be so upset.
I'd be sad, but I get over it quick.
I did that. Remember, I ate your
wouldn't be
cookie,
sad.
and I apologized.
I'd be
immediately.
upset.
No, you
What
wouldn't
cookie?
be.
Like there was like the one
Would
last
not.
I was
cookie,
like,
Yeah.
and I said I ate it.
And what was
You were
my
like,
reaction?
Oh, you ate that cookie? I'm like, oh, bro, I'm so sorry.
And that was it.
And that was it.
You never got me another cookie, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can afford cookies.
You also didn't throw it up.
That's true. I didn't throw it up into your mouth.
That would be actually the most Chad move if you ever took somene's thing.
There.
Oh,
and they
you
called
wanted
out. No. It's not, oh, do you want it? It's, okay, I will remove my enjoyment of this.
That's true.
Yeah.
And for some reason, this gang of guys, because there's the three of them, and that's who I remember, and then everybody else in the group is like faceless. But every time I encounter them in this woods, they proceed to viciously beat the shit out of me. And like do heinous things to me. Like they'll pee on me and it's not in like a cool sexual way.
It's not a cool sexual
Not in a
way.
sexual way.
It's like I'm horrified and I have to keep running away from these people who are doing awful things that I just cannot process
just
why this
people, Miles
is
Teller.
happening.
Whiplash too.
So you don't want them to pee
I
on
keep
you.
trying to explain to them like why. You know what I could have done? You could have gotten really mad, and then I grab your face by the sides
And
and I
baby bird
vomit the green tea back in your mouth.
I would
like scary movie.
I would have been insanely furious that you were fucking touching me. But
Oh
I
my
would've-
God,
I
don't
would-
touch him.
I would have respected it.
No, you wouldn't. have.
Like in retrospect.
Yeah,
Sure,
like
okay.
years later.
Yeah,
It would take years of trauma.
after you had killed and buried him.
As he's patting on the top of the grave.
It was pretty funny though.
Good bit.
respect
Good
that.
bit.
At some point in the dream, I'm confronted by these guys for like the third or the fourth time because they'll like hunt me through the woods. And the fourth time, I'm so desperate. Like I'm in the dream, I'm like crying. And I'm like, I tried to tell Miles, I'm like, dude, Whiplash is one of my favorite movies. Like, why are you doing this to me? And they just keep going. And then I woke up because I'm like so
rushing.
And he looks me in the eyes and he's like, and I will fuck you like a pig. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know what it means. I don't think it means anything.
Oh no, it means
a lot.
a lot. Ludwig, please tell us about the news, please. I want to hear about the Olympics.
Look,
I'm here to.
You've been teasing it the
I'm
whole
here to
episode.
help
Just
you.
get up, cocksuckers. Fucking salute the flag.
You know what else happened at
Show
the
up to your
tournament?
funeral in the striped shirt.
Who was the guy that was like?
You got the fucking wheeler.
You know what's funny? I think I lost to you in winners, and I played that guy, and he said, "Dude, I think I was already pissed that I lost to you, and then I was pissed that I got in a car accident, and my whole like mind is just rattled because I literally rode the tow truck. I rode the tow truck and then got an Uber to the tournament and got there in time. That's what I did.
That's crazy.
And I'm playing.
Not worth.
And what did he do? He did something during like stage striking where he did something that was like out of line. Like he did it in the wrong order. And I said, that's not how that goes. I ban this or something like that. And he got really scared because I was being really fucking aggressive toward him. He's like, I don't like the way you're talking to me right now. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I was in a car accident. And I apologize that we played
Sorry, I just had a horrible accident, and I was hit by a car earlier. Penn and Teller. And they were chasing you around. They were like,
it. It was everyone.
"You believe in God, Aiden? Huh?"
Hey,
I don't want to be hunted by magicians in my dreams.
Yeah, imagine getting the shit beat out of you by like guy with a ponytail. It's just over.
Actual Redditor.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Well, you were gonna say, what is getting pissed on me?
Oh, I don't know. I imagine it's not great. I don't think they have it in here. I looked up Dream Dictionary, and I don't think a lot of people are getting pissed on Aiden. I think that you broke Sigmund Freud's entire philosophy
Sigma
here.
Freud.
Freud was like
Sigmund Freud.
He does it
Freud
again.
was a total fraud, so I think that's fine.
Well, anyway, sorry to hear about your nightmare, dude. That sounds pretty tough. And speaking of nightmare, I don't think you've ever told this story on the pod. You maybe told it to us all individually. Are we too dated for this story?
Which one?
Recently, Swift's been going through a tough time, and it reminds me of the time that you hung out with Swift.
Oh,
Do you know about this story, son?
No, I don't know.
You don't know?